Welcome back, everybody, to Grand Tactician, the Civil War. I'm Grumpy Grandpa Gaming, and this is episode 13 of our Federal Spring of 62 campaign in version 1.11 using the A.O.M mod. As you can see, we're already loaded into a battle map here, as at the end of the last episode, the 7th Corps under, I believe it's Fremont, and Hooker's Army of the Tennessee ran into Loring's Corps, which we weren't even tracking on the map, at the northern mouth of the Appalachian Valley. So we're about to fight the Battle of Abingdon. I don't see this battle really taking too long. They don't have a lot of men. They only have 12,000 men on the field, but they do have 105 guns, which is usually the amount of artillery that's in one of my corps. So my plan for right now, just to negate their artillery advantage, is to actually march my army over here to the Connor Farm on the other side of Greeley Mountain, actually come up and over the mountain, hopefully negate their artillery advantage, or at least come through the woods here. So I'm not really sure how they're going to be set up, and I don't have a cavalry brigade in this corps to scout them out, so it's going to be a little touchy-feely until we get over there. But I won't hold you here. I will come back in once we have a sighting on the rebels. Alright, it's now 0600 of day 2. My corps only made as far as the Petrie house over here before the day ended. I didn't realize how late in the day it was. So we do have a sighting on the rebels for right now. This could be their dispositions. It could not be. So I've detached my 3 supporting batteries, as I do not have an artillery division as a whole for this corps. I'm just set up right here, kind of catch these batteries here out in the open. I have my 3rd Division down on the left flank to push out onto the open ground here and attack along this flank. I'll be sending the 1st Division in forward front with skirmishers out to tie down these units, and I'll be sending Wool's Division over the top of Greeley Mountain here to hit them in the right flank. So let's hit play and see if they're still there. Nope, they have moved. There goes that plan. Either way, we're still pushing forward. See if we can't get fresh sightings on these boys over here. Let me put skirmishers out too. It looks like it's going to be a little bit longer before I have the rebels re-sighted, so I'll be back. Alright, it's 06:46 in the morning. It looks like my attack will be going off as I originally planned. Looks like the rebels, I guess with their deployment zone, had pushed back behind the reverse side of this ridge line here and into the wood line. So as I hit play, and at about 6:20, they kind of came in sight, marching in line up to the road here. So they're kind of setting up in the same positions they were yesterday. Making some adjustments on my advancements. So my divisions are moving into place right now. It looks like I may get caught out over here, moving 3rd in. Or I may not. But I did have my batteries start shifting positions. Hopefully I have better firing arcs on their artillery. Looks like 2nd's almost ready to go in. Just waiting for Milroy to get into place. And I can start pushing 1st Division forward now, as it'll take them the longest. Are they coming out to attack me? Really? That's interesting. Yeah, skirmishers have started engaging the battery. Might as well send in these skirmishers also. What are you doing? Their morale's not that good. Oh, they're at 35.6. Their morale is horrible. I might be able to just win this with skirmishers. Oh, and if anybody's wondering what today's battle brew is, it is once again coffee with a bit of Irish in it. Started coming up the hill and then stopped. All right, we'll come down and meet you. Get your orders yet? Still on the way. I don't think I'll need these divisions to move anyway. There's that battery. Steinberg, get your skirmishers in there. Bowling, keep going. Put everybody on top of that battery. Let's get rid of it. Now order the division forward. That looks like the first has its orders. Bowling, your skirmishers are not doing too hot, so let's bring them back in. Love seeing abandoned batteries out on the field. It's a little extra onto the battle, I think. Infantry forward to take care of my skirmishers. Really shouldn't matter any once Fremont's batteries start firing again. Okay, Blanker, let's get you moving forward. Wow, that's odd. He took those orders immediately. Why was there no delay on that? Bowman's coming up the mountain at us. His dispatch rider's just getting there, if you can see that. Let's bring your skirmishers in. We don't need them. Skirmishers recall. Right at McCullough, go right at Gilmore's battery. Same with you. I did not give this division orders to go down there. What the hell? I just told them to bring your skirmishers in. What the hell's up with that? weird orders went out. I don't know what the hell happened. I don't know what the hell this brigade's doing. What the hell are you doing, Shank? Let's go. Batteries repositioned. Oh, they already broke the cavalry. Shank, what the hell are you doing? Do you want to keep command of your brigade or not? Good Lord. Why is it showing your battery is attached? Oh, it's not. All right. These guys turn their backs to Milroy's brigade. Okay, Shank, you are relieved of command after this battle. This is... whatever he's doing, that is just... I have no idea. Then again, we saw some weird orders go out that I did not put out. Maybe I'll give him another chance. We did see some weird orders go out. There's that brigade. That should be it. They should be withdrawing now. And there goes the withdrawal order. That's all she wrote. Let's squeeze along. Let them get away again. Alright, all in all, not too bad. I'm a little dissatisfied with what was going on with some of those orders, but we'll figure that out. So we lost 396 of our 20,679 infantry, 0 of our guns, total loss of 411 of our 21,178 men. We did take some casualties in the artillery, but not enough to lose any guns from a single battery. We took down 700 of their 8,500 infantry, 70 of their 800 cavalry, we got 70 of their 90 guns. Total loss of 1,200 of their 11,000 men. the old battle saves. Alright, quick look at the paperwork here. Engineers in fight, 1st Division. Crooks Detachment's part of 2nd Brigade, so these numbers actually get plussed into these. So 2nd Brigade did 178. 1st Brigade did 42 infantry. 3rd Brigade did 6. Kanawha Artillery did 6 infantry, 26 artillery patrol, 32 division patrol, 242. 2nd Division, Shanks Brigade. I want to relieve him, but we did see those weird orders go out, so I'll leave him be for now. Milroy's Brigade did 123 to infantry. Hussar's Brigade did 82 to infantry, 14 to cavalry, total 96. And Fremont's Batteries did 17 to infantry, 18 artillery, total 35, division total 254. Blanker's Division, which was the 3rd Division, did most of the work here. 2nd Brigade did 46 to infantry, captured 12. 28 artillery total of 86. 1st Brigade did 166 to infantry, 33 artillery total of 199. 3rd Brigade did 78 to infantry, 65 artillery total of 143. And the 3rd Division Artillery did 13 to infantry, 29 artillery total of 42, division total of 470. Nobody really stood out in this fight. Looks like 1st Brigade, 3rd Division gets the laurels for this battle. Let's see if we got any of their officers. Lieutenant Colonel Gilmer is wounded. And that's it. 1 battery commander. Get closed out of here. Alright. I really don't have much to say about that battle. As we know, I know there were some comments about it last episode. The morale of the Confederate armies is very low right now because they've been facing defeat after defeat all across the front. So their morale at the beginning of the month was at 65%. It's probably even lower now. We'll talk about that once we're back on the campaign map. So I'll see you when they get back to the newspaper screen. Victory to Abingdon. Lawrence Corps is retreating in panic. The enemy's reported suffered total casualties 1,202 men. There are 152 killed, 189 captured. Our casualties total 411 men with 97 killed and 60 missing, and the rest are wounded. Captured 315 rifles, 27 guns from the field, and sent 183 soldiers off to our prison camps. Hooker actually became a national hero from that fight, even though that was not a big fight at all. And on top of one of their officers being wounded, we also defamed Pettis. Not a major combat in the least. I was just surprised this corps was here because they were not showing on the map at all. But then again, I don't have the Cavalry Corps scouting over here. So we'll let that one roll off. But going back, last episode, we did see 2 battles. The second battle of Suffolk, where we surrounded and pincered Longstreet's center corps, and pretty bad day for them. They really lowered the readiness of my 4th Corps. They are building a supply depot now, so their readiness should come back up fairly quickly. And the entirety of the Army in Northern Virginia is out here on the Delaware Peninsula. So right now we are just waiting for 12th Corps to reach Salisbury, take this IP over. And then I'm going to push 2nd Corps, which is a lot stronger than 12th, across the bay, and then hit the Army of Northern Virginia in its entirety. So I don't think all their corps are going to fight, or I hope they don't, because all their corps are here. That's well over 100,000 men, or damn near. No, it's going to be less than that because their entire army is 178,000. So 2nd Corps should be able to handle it. And if not, 12th will be right on their tail. So things are moving along on the map. I am going to take a change of tack, though. So, because of the low morale of the Confederate armies, these fights have not been very good. I am going to be halting at the Virginia border. for the time being, as it's now August 12th, rolling into September. It's a little early to stop for the winter, but once I hold Norfolk, I'm stopping at the Virginia border. Hopefully the Army Northern Virginia will retreat south of us, and this should allow their morale to recover and make these battles a little more interesting, hopefully. But we don't know if it will or not. Oh, there's a corps over here. Who is that? Department of Norfolk's now at Norfolk. Okay. Next, let's check on one more thing. We got one more viewer unit that's been in training. Let's see if they are ready to go. Not yet. One more day. Okay. So, the Louisville Legion, which is the last viewer unit that's waiting to go in, is actually going to be going to 3rd Corps. So I'll point it out now instead of bringing it back in a day from now. They're going to be going into 3rd Corps under Heinzelman, and yeah, they're going to be the 1st Brigade of the 1st Division, divisioned up with the USMC and the USMC Artillery. Actually, is 4th Corps' artillery transferred in yet? Two of them are 4 days away, 2 are 10 days away. That's perfect for the siege. They'll be arriving as we get the siege underway. That's good. Alright, I'm not going to be doing much else for now besides moving the Army of Tennessee down into Abingdon and probably Jonesboro over here in the northeast of Tennessee. So, unless the rebels come out to attack me, or like I said, I'm just going to be attacking the Army of Northern Virginia here, but for the most part, it should be quiet until we take Norfolk and take down the Army of Northern Virginia. So, I'll be back. Alrighty, it's now 0900 of August 13th, and as I was moving 12th Corps in position north of the Army of Northern Virginia, they pushed out the left wing and the Army of the Valley District to confront Morgan's command. So, under overall command of Ewell, who is probably now in command of the Army of the Valley District, unless left-wing commander has been replaced. But they're bringing 30,075 infantry, 582 cavalry, 38 guns against my 17,000 infantry, 695 cavalry, and 35 guns. So outside of the infantry, we're fairly evenly matched. But their morale's probably still going to be pretty damn low. So both of these corps have been beaten very recently. So obviously we're taking this fight. So I'll see you all on the other side of the load screen. Welcome to the Battle of Salisbury, Maryland. So we are on the Danville map, Eagle Creek map, whichever you want to call it. And we are on the attack. So we came in from the north up here. They should have both their corps on the field immediately. Yep. Both their corps on the field right now. Still shows us with a minor victory, even being outnumbered, as their morale is at 36 to our 42. But Maryland is officially federally controlled territory, so morale is always going to be lower. So my plan for right now is push across the one crossing point right here. There is a ford here, there's a pontoon here, but for some reason when I build pontoons, my units don't pathfind across them. So my plan of attack is I want to put a division down each side of Swift Branch Creek here, and one division in reserve, and push down either side of the creek towards Ryan's Mill, which is their defensive point. They may or may not be set up to defend it. They might actually be here along a rail line, which would be a pain in the ass to dig them out. Actually, now that I said that, I should probably put a division over here just in case they are. Yeah. Planning on using Cook as reserve division anyway, so I'll put them over here. In case they're set up along a rail line, I can push them across the bridge here and into Danville. So obviously AI would be setting up on this rail line or along the stone wall over here. So that would definitely be set up over here with some brigades covering the crossings. Yeah, that'll be it for now while I get the cavalry out scouting. I'll come back in once I have a idea of what their layout looks like. Alright, it's 1200. We do have siding on one corps, and that's the Army of the Valley District. We still don't have siding on the other corps. I really thought they would have been defending along the rail line, but they are not. So, I have 6th Division on the other side of Swift Branch pushing up onto the rail line. 5th Division on the Shermans pushing up past Kurt's storehouse on the rail line here, but it looks like I'll be pushing them down over to here. And 3rd Division's waiting on its orders to move over here. And I think the other corps might be here or behind this corps. I got to make sure the 3rd doesn't get flanked out because they're in an exposed position right now. And I just kind of have the engineers back here doing engineer things. They're about to level up, so let's wait a second here. Come on, flip. Give me the experience point. Did you guys stop building? There we go. Not seeing this other corps has me a little worried. Let's caught up. Let's push you a little further down into Danville. Got to make sure this area is clear so I can bring 3rd across. I'm not going to hold you here with all the maneuvering. Hopefully I get siding on this other corps soon. If not, I'll still launch the attack against the Army of the Valley District. So I'll be back. Alrighty, it's 1500. I finally sided the other corps. I have, believe it or not, I have skirmishers all the way down here at this end of the map. And they're down here by the entry point. So that's good news for me. Let's recall your skirmishers. So I'm going to be moving forward with my attack. So Prentice's 6th Division is moving up to this point here. Who are you firing on? I need to move forward a little bit more so we can get their batteries under fire. And 3rd Division's just arriving here, so probably disrupted. Nope, they look good. All right. 3rd, we're going to bring you in right over here. Ingersoll, we're going to leave you here. No, I wanted the scouts in. You dismounted, loose order. Leave you behind the stone wall there in case the other corps decides to come up. They are now reacting. Yep. Here comes Munford's Cavalry Brigade. Probably reacting to my skirmishers coming up on their rear. Oy. Let's get you detached. Yeah, these guys ended up in took a bad route back. Detach orders coming in, I can start pushing the infantry forward. I'm going to push them up to this wooden line right here. Third Division. I put their artillery right on the road there. Let's actually detach that artillery brigade battery. See if I can't knock them out before this other corps comes into the fight. It sounds like they're all marching now. Probably change of plans. This battery's going to come right here and sit on the road. And we will detach 24th Brigade to come sit with them. Yeah, as far as the skirmishers didn't break. The infantry's coming with them. Coming on slowly, though. Got those detach orders, very good. Bring one right there. Two brigades pushing forward to right here. And everybody's moving, a little slowly, but we are moving. Detach orders to this battery. Just a lot of maneuvering going on right now, so I'll bring you all back in once we close in for contact. Alright, it's now 1647, and we've started having contact on all fronts of the line. I don't think I have enough of a holding force over here to really do anything, unless these batteries can do a hell lot of work for me. This entire corps, I thought it was just the cavalry and the 1 infantry brigade coming forward, but the entire corps is coming up that road right now. And they have sent skirmishers out along the front here, which I am dealing with at the moment. I'm pulling that brigade back. Let's give you halt orders. Division is about in place. More than 2 brigades from his division are. I'm good that cavalry brigade's broken. That'll help. Alright, start advancing against that brigade. Advance against this brigade. Give them the halt orders. You're right on top of them. Halt them. Damn it. I didn't want them to engage until these guys engaged. My other division's still moving into place. Oh, there's another brigade there. I'm on marching to canister range. These guys still have smooth bores, so they're not really closing the distance well enough. These guys have rifles. Drawing these forces back the other side of the creek. And keep pushing your division forward. That brigade's broken. Push in on them. Don't let them recover. The morale's not very high, so it shouldn't take too much. To the sharps, alright. And they're in canister range, so that shouldn't take too long. What are they doing? This Army of the Valley District is done as a fighting force, it looks like. Brigades are just breaking. Brigades are broken. Not really moving the victory slider too far in my direction. We do have a lot of meat to chew through here. We have a lot on the field. Still just trying to get this division into the fight. Don't know if I'm going to need this division. Doing so hot, are you now? Keep these brigades together. Start pushing the boys across. I need you here sooner rather than later. Sherman's wounded. We haven't lost any officers in the fight in a while. It was bound to happen. Not worried about this corps at all, the way they're coming up the road. They should have been up here with the Army of the Valley District. Then again, 2 separate corps, 2 separate commanders, no army commander is bound to happen. One of my brigades just broke. I don't think it's going to matter in the grand scheme here. Pushing in. Stewart's brigade. Brigade commander's wounded. That's bound to happen. And there went 3rd Brigade. Actually, for being outnumbered on this attack heavily, we're doing better than I thought we would. You know, it's still going to be pretty bloody casualty exchange. They should be withdrawing soon, hopefully. Really can't afford any more of my brigades breaking. It's basically a whole division that's broken at this point. Basically, a herd of the army north of the Valley District backed onto the left wing. I never brought the cavalry to the fight over here. I'm a little surprised by that because they're out on the flanks. They could have easily flanked us out. And there's the retreat. Let's just speed this along and let them go. It's got to be one of my messiest battles in a long time. Ooh. Probably the bloodiest exchange of the war so far, but casualty-wise, still not too high, to be honest with you. So we lost 1,327 of our 17,000 infantry, 17 of our 695 cavalry, 4 of our 35 guns, total loss of 1,391 men of our 18,212. We took down 2,700 of 31,000 infantry, 20 of their 600 cavalry, 20 of their 40 guns, total loss of 2,800 of their 32,000 man force. Let's take a quick look at the paperwork. Hope we got as many of their officers as we lost. Let's see how everybody did first. Ingersoll's Cavalry Brigade. Damn, they did 242 to infantry for losing 16 men. Those Sharps carbines do a lot of damage. 6th Division, Reed's Brigade, did 34 to artillery. 2nd Brigade did nothing. 1st Brigade did 36 to infantry, 38 to artillery patrol 74. 6th Division Artillery did 1 to infantry, 3 to artillery patrol 6. Division total 114. These are the guys who were all the way out on the left flank I was trying to get into the fight. 3rd Division 26th Brigade did 359 to infantry plus up to 363. 25th Brigade did 374 to infantry. 24th Brigade did 52 to infantry. 7th Division Artillery did 480 to infantry, 17 to cavalry, 34 to artillery, total 536. These are the guys who were out on the on my left flank trying to hold back the left wing, which they did very well. Very good job of. So 7th Division Artillery definitely gets the laurels for this battle. Division total 1,325. Sherman's Division, 5th. 2nd Brigade did 328 to infantry. 3rd Brigade did 272 to infantry. 6th Artillery total 278. 1st Brigade did 303 to infantry. Taylor's Battery did 39 to infantry, 1 to cavalry, 9 artillery total 49. Division total 958. And the engineers did not fight, as I had them back in the rear doing engineer things. Alright. So who did I lose? I lost Sherman and Stewart. I think those were the only two I lost. Yeah. Losing Sherman's a big blow. I think he was next up for a corps command if one did become available. And we get any of their officers. Start with the Army of the Valley District. Wounded Davidson. And that looks like it's it. So we lost a brigade commander and a division commander for one of their brigade commanders. But we've been taking a heavy toll on their officer corps. But it was time for us to start taking a hit ourselves on the officers. Let's get closed out of here. I think I could have pushed that attack in better than I did, but that my right flank division was taking forever to get into position. I don't know what was going on over there. They had their orders, and it just took them forever to get moving. Went way better than I thought it would. I mean, for the 2-to-1 advantage the rebels had, that went much better in our favor than I thought it would. But then again, their morale is very low, and you saw that off the start. Some of their brigades stood hard. Yeah, a couple of those brigades stood pretty hard. The others were breaking immediately. So it really has to do with the officers in charge of them, how well they do with morale. And Major Nance has become famous as one of my battery commanders. So let's see if we can't promote him. I would have promoted Hooker after the last battle, but we don't have the lieutenant general option unlocked, and you can only have one in the Federal Army. Unlike the rebels, where you get a full general, you have a brigadier, major, lieutenant, and a full general. We don't get that with the Federals, and that's because the Union ranking convention. Nobody can actually outrank Washington, and at the time of the Civil War, until they made Grant a lieutenant general, Washington was a major general. So before they promoted Grant, they had to retrograde promote, not retrograde, they had to promote General Washington to Lieutenant General before they could promote Grant. And when the Army came out with a 4-star general, they had to make Washington a 4-star general. Same with the 5-star commander. So Washington always gets promoted before anybody else does. Alright, victory at the Battle of Salisbury. The enemy's reported suffered total casualties of 2,757 men. There were 645 killed and 442 captured. Their morale is believed to be nervous. Our casualties totaled 1,391 men, with 264 killed, 169 missing, and the rest wounded. We captured 1,144 rifles and 6 guns from the field and sent 421 soldiers off to our prison camps. And we defamed early. Ooh. And again, he didn't have a good showing in this fight either. Alright, I'm going to keep this episode rolling along because I want to try and get the Army of Northern Virginia off the Delaware Peninsula. And I'm going to go figure out who's replacing Sherman. So, I'll be back. Alright, I did replace Sherman, and Philip Kearney, the commander of the East Yorkshire Volunteers, is now the commander of his division. See one good promotion there, and I have given orders to 2nd Corps to move across and engage what's left of the Army in Northern Virginia. So hopefully we get them chased off the Delaware Peninsula and back down south where they belong. So I'm not planning on ending this episode until we have secured all of Virginia. So we're going to keep this one going along. So it might be a little longer than usual. While we wait for this attack to progress, I'll be back. Alright, it's now August 14th, and the 2nd Corps has made it across to Drummondtown, and only one of the 3 corps in the area are going to fight us. So this one's not going to take long at all. It's, obviously their morale is complete crap now. The Reserve Corps is now under command of Gustavus Smith. So we're attacking with 24,317 infantry, 1,600 cavalry, and 103 guns, going against their 11,198 infantry and 27 guns. So this will be a skirmish in the grand scheme of things, but we do need this army off the peninsula. So I will see you all on the other side of the load screen. Welcome to the Battle of Drummondtown. So, we are on the defensive, actually, but we are not going to wait for the rebels to come find us. We're going to go push out immediately to go get them. I got 2 divisions down here at the Stone Bridge. This is the Centerville Swampy Creek map, by the way. 2 divisions down here by the Stone Bridge with the artillery division. 1 division up here at the Roberts Ford. I got the cavalry brigade up here. I'm going to go cover down on Jones Ford. But we should be seeing them around this area over here. So I'm immediately going to advance my divisions up to the road here and here. So I just do not want to wait for the rebels, because this should not take long. We're showing a minor victory, and their morale is at 25. The only reason they are taking this fight is because they have no choice in the matter. So I'm going to hit play on this, and I'll come back in once we have found them. Alright, it's 1512, and we have come across them. Texas Loyalists are going to get first blood in this fight. So they were coming down this road as we were marching up it. You can see their brigade's already getting ready to break, so this is not going to take very long. Yep, there you go. What was it, 2 or 3 volleys and they were done? If I'll just push up the road. We're just going to keep pushing up the road. That brigade's out of the way. Push forward. Looks like the Texas Loyalists just might be doing all the fighting this battle, and that's all I'm going to need. These guys aren't even flushing the battle line. There they go. And they broke after returning with 1 volley. Shouldn't have had those orders yet, but okay. Second time we're seeing that today. Speed this along a bit. Troops that they have on the field anyway. We got 2 divisions that are not on the field. These division. Okay, we haven't seen everybody yet. Yep, there's the rest of the dust trails back there. Why are you stopping? Was that battery? Yeah, it's right on the road there. Right, they are withdrawing, it looks like. Oh, hello. They're coming down that road too. Was not expecting that. Thought they would have started withdrawing already, but apparently not. Come on, Hessians, close in. Jayhawkers. How the hell they have me outranged? Brigade's broken. Yeah, they should be sending out the withdrawal order right now. These brigades only taking 1 and 2 volleys. Yep, that brigade's turning around. Hessians are taking a little bit of a hit here, but it's because I wasn't watching up here. I wasn't expecting to have any divisions on that road. Like everybody but this battery's retreating. And there's a retreat, so we'll let them go. Speed this along. Not much to say about this fight at all. We lost 79 men, and I think that was all in the McGrangus Legion, actually. 1 man was wounded, it looked like, in the Texas Loyalists. Took down 311,000 infantry, 10 of the 30 guns, total of 350 to 1,200 men. So I'm not even going to go over the paperwork for this one because it's negative. You know what? Let's just see how many the Gringus Legion did 17, Hessian Fighters did 64, Kansas Jayhawkers did 15. Texas Loyalists get the laurels for the battle. It's basically their only brigade that fought, really. They did 191 to infantry, 26 to artillery, for a total of 217. Well, let's see if we got any of their officers. I'm highly doubtful of that. Yeah, these 2 divisions didn't have anybody. So they're transferring more troops in, so there's divisions without soldiers in it. They're definitely transferring troops in, they just have not arrived yet. Like I said, I got nothing to say about this battle, just they had no choice but to fight it. So I'll see you all at the newspaper screen. Alright, victory at Drummondtown. The enemy's probably suffered total casualties at 333 men. There are 60 killed and 78 captured. Our casualties total 79 men with 6 killed and 8 missing. And we sent 73 soldiers off to our prison camps. General Hogg loses face. Turned out nothing much happened with that fight, but we're going to see what happens to the Army of Northern Virginia here. I'm hoping they retreat further south the way they should. depot's almost done. A little flavor newspaper there. Okay, I thought we would have disintegrated them, but apparently not. I really thought we would have caused a disintegration there. That depot's built. Time to push into Norfolk. And the right wing is sitting there now. Where did the Department of Norfolk go? Because that was there too, unless they're overlapping each other. We may have a fight here also. These corps are just sitting pretty. What's in Parsons' corps? 10,000 going up to 16,000. First corps got nobody in front of it, but let's build a supply depot here. So I plan on wintering them here. And we can empty out Salem depot. We don't need that. Fifth Corps is pushing down into Jonesboro. 7th Corps is moving into Abingdon. I don't know why they're not there yet. They should have been ahead of 5th Corps. Lawrence Corps should retreat away immediately. Let's bring you guys back over onto the peninsula at Yorktown. So they are now off the Delta. Where is the center going? They are not retreating with the rest of the army. That's going to be annoying if this keeps up. Yep, Lawrence is drawing. Something else I forgot to mention, we are actually now inside of Memphis. My 9th Corps has made it there, as the Mississippi River Squadron did take down the fortification there, so we are flipping it as we speak. And the Mississippi River Squadron is now on its way to take on the fortress outside of Vicksburg. So we're going to start shifting 10th Corps to Cairo in preparation to move them down into Vicksburg if we take the fortification. We'll leave 11th in Kentucky since rebels are not making a move on it. Where are you going, Center? We're just waiting for all these moves to take place, so I'll be back. Alright, it's now August 19th, and we have seized the city of Norfolk and begun the siege of Fort Norfolk, which actually brought in the Department of Norfolk, the Reserve Corps, the right wing, and the Army Northern Division headquarters with its troops all into the siege. So there's a lot of men involved in this siege right now. There are 37,403 rebels, 3,200 cavalry, 134 guns against our 4th Corps' 22,678 infantry, 1,600 cavalry, 57 guns. Right now, I'm happy enough to leave 4th Corps running the siege, as it keeps the Army of Northern Virginia bottled up in this area. I have 2nd Corps sitting right here, over here at Suffolk, and I'm waiting for them to come up into full green themselves, and I'll probably push them into the siege. I'm hoping 4th Corps can take care of this on its own, because the morale of these forces should be garbage. And look at the size of these. Manigault's Brigade is the biggest one in the Department of Norfolk. The rest of them are 306, 600, 800. Bates Brigade, 368 men. It's already broken. Pryor's Brigade broken. So all their brigades are starting to break already. So we should be able to take care of the siege with 4th Corps. So I'm just going to let it ride out for right now. And hopefully we'll have that taken this episode. Once we do take that, I'll probably end it, though we might be in Vicksburg first. I don't know. Looks like 10th Corps arrived in Cairo, and we flipped to Memphis. We have flipped to Memphis. And Mississippi River Squadron is bombarding. Fortress Vicksburg, so hopefully we'll take that with their Marines. It shows it heavily in our favor. They're going to immediately push 10th Corps down in Vicksburg. It looks like I might be able to push all the way down into New Orleans. Yeah, they're taking a lot of casualties in this siege, so this should flip into our direction before we go over to September. I'm not going to hold you all here for this. I will be back. Alright, it's now August 29th, and looks like the morale of the rest of the Army of Northern Virginia has come back up. So they have every corps except for the center now involved in the siege, which supports them up to 63,300 infantry, 3,700 cavalry, and 161 guns. Still showing the siege in their favor, though we are inflicting more casualties on them than they are on us. Center Corps finally did retreat south. They tracked up here, ran to 12, they ran back down here, ran into Richmond. Now they're south of us. Came down this road south of us. I'm not exactly sure as to where they are right now. But they have so many troops in this siege now. I'm going to start throwing 2nd Corps into it just in case. Only one of my brigades is broken so far, and that was at the start of the fight. The casualties are starting to rise up, though we are still doing better than they are. So this siege might go on a while. I'm just trying to get this power bar pushed a little bit back in our favor by putting in 2nd Corps. Should move Grant up here also. Slowing down my plans, but the siege will last a while, but we're coming close to the end. So we actually have them down to 59 national morale. And I thought we would have taken Vicksburg's fortifications already, but we still have not actually. This one's holding out better than the other fortifications did. So where all my ships were at actually 100%, I now got one that's down to 57. Because all these ships came into this fight at 100%, so this little 27-man garrison's been doing a lot of damage to my ironclads. So it still is all the way in our favor. We just need the Marines to take it so I can move 10th Corps into it. Just an update there. I'll be back. Alrighty, I do believe I've decided to end the episode here, as we actually have quite a few things going on besides the siege here at Fort Norfolk. Come on, give it to me. Why are you not giving it to me? There we go. Besides the siege that we have going on here, 2nd Corps has now joined the 4th Corps in the siege, and I have 12th on its way to the region. So I may have to throw them in also. Throwing in 2nd, move the power bar in our favor. So it's 40-60 in our favor, but we already broke a good chunk of their brigades, and we've only lost 3 of ours so far. they still have a lot of brigades to go for us that we have to break. On top of that, the rebels have moved 2 armies, the Army of the Oconee and the Army of the Etowah, to besiege Fort Clinch. I've moved 12th Corps up to support the fort, though I'm probably going to have to change this over to an assault to clear this one corps up that's besieging, and then go after the other corps that is coming in to support it. Lake Pontchartrain Squadron is currently blocking us from crossing towards Tallahassee, which is pretty annoying. I thought we'd have Tallahassee at this point. And we have taken the fortification outside of Vicksburg. So 10th Corps is on its way down. So we almost have the Confederacy split in half. And I think taking New Orleans and splitting the Confederacy in half pushes a long way to finishing this off, as the rebels are now down to 59 national morale. National support's still at 80, and the morale of their armies is now back up to 75. So we've had a few weeks with no combat, and that's kind of helped out their army's morale a little bit, though breaking the army in Northern Virginia here should break their morale again. But, like I said, we didn't secure Virginia. Basically, we've secured Virginia except for the one fortification. You know, we're just trying to get rid of the army in Northern Virginia at this point, so we will end this one here. So if you're a new viewer, return viewer, you're not yet subscribed, please think about hitting that subscribe button. If you do, remember to hit that bell icon so that the next video comes out. Once again, I'm not taking any more brigade requests for this playthrough, as we are almost done with it. I will see you all at the next episode. Stay grumpy.